Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today, doing the what's next on Gervonta Tank Davis, following his impressive 6th round knockout victory of previously undefeated Rolly Romero. Davis landed a money left hand that dropped Romero badly, hurt him badly, and now he is sitting, still comfortably at the top of the lightweight division. So now the big question is, what's next for Gervonta Davis following that win? Well, I've heard rumors and different people say, well, the WBA could order Davis to fight Devin Haney now that Devin Haney's the undisputed lightweight champion. And I'm going to tell you right now, I doubt they do that. I'll tell you why. The WBA wants to protect a major fight down the road. And if they can do that by not ordering and messing things up right now and keep an undisputed champion in line, then they're not going to do that. So the WBA, they could do that. They could order that fight. And I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibility. I just don't think they do, because they know that Haney and Kambosos are fighting next. And they know that the winner of that is fighting Loma most likely in the first half of next year. So, I think the WBA will allow Davis to stay that regular champ to protect undisputed for the moment. So Davis and whoever comes out of all that smoke between Haney, Kambosos, and Loma, whoever comes out of that at the end of it, they have a super fight for the undisputed title on the table. And I think the WBA is one of the governing bodies that's going to try to protect that. So that being said, Tank Davis is a free agent now. He's no longer with Mayweather Promotions, so he can pretty much fight where he wants now. So, other possibilities that are not in the top 10. These guys are ranked in the WBA's top 10, but not the overall top 10 at lightweight. Jezreel Corrales is a number 2 contender there. He's a former champ at 130. I doubt that Davis fights him. That wouldn't make any sense. Davis would be a heavy favorite, and nobody really knows Corrales, and that fight is not going to really sell too much. You got Michel Rivera, undefeated, on the rise. I think that could be possible. You go beat another undefeated contender. He's decent, he's solid, but Davis would definitely be the favorite. And then there really isn't much after that you can really say is a possibility for his next fight that's not in the top 10. So let's run through the top 10 now at lightweight and see what could be possible following all that. So we start with Kambosos is out. He's fighting Devin Haney again in a rematch for the undisputed lightweight championship of the world. Vasily Lomachenko, not likely, unless Gervonta Davis is willing to work with Top Rank and fight Lomachenko in a fight that would not be for any world titles. And I don't think either one of them wants that. I think they want to build towards that big fight next year, and I think that's what they do. Devin Haney, the new undisputed lightweight champion of the world. Not going to happen next, but again, it's a fight that could happen down the road, but not going to happen next. Haney is either going to fight Kambosos in a rematch, which is most likely, or he's going to fight Lomachenko if Kambosos doesn't want the rematch next. Ryan Garcia. Now, this is the fight that I want to see. Will Tank Davis work with Golden Boy to make this super fight happen? They talk shit to each other. They don't like each other. But neither one of them, if Garcia gets through Javier Fortuna, which most think he will, if neither one of them have a big-time opponent in the second half of the year and they're waiting for whoever comes out of the smoke of Kambosos, Haney, and Loma, why not fight each other? It'd be a super showdown between two young, undefeated, knockout fighters at lightweight. It'd be huge. I would love to see it. So we'll see if that's a possibility. Then Joseph Diaz Jr. Not likely that JoJo gets this fight. I wouldn't be surprised if Davis picked a guy like JoJo, because, again, Davis is a promotional free agent. He can do what he wants, but I don't think he's going to fight JoJo. And then Jorge Linares, or even Zaur Abdullayev, who beat Linares. Those are two, again, they're possibilities, but I'm going to lean towards the less likely just because, Linares is coming off a loss last year. I'm not sure if Davis wants to go down that road to fight. Actually, he's coming off of losses in consecutive years. He lost this year to Zaur Abdullayev, and then he got beat by Devin Haney last year. So why go back to that well and give him an opportunity, even though he's a former 3-division champ? Then you got Abdullayev. Not a bad, not a bad option, but Abdullayev's not a big name, but Abdullayev's coming off of a huge win over Linares, and, and Devin Haney has a win over Abdullayev, so he's been in decent company, but does he want to fight a guy like Abdullayev? He would have to really prove to the world by knocking Abdullayev out that he's even better than Haney, but he might want a challenge like that, so we'll see. And then you got Javier Fortuna. Fortuna's fighting Ryan Garcia next. If he were to pull off the upset against Garcia and there's no rematch clause, I think it's possible, but I don't think he beats Ryan, to be honest. Rounding out the top 10, Richard Comey. Would love to see that fight. Comey's fighting, though, at 140 going forward. Looks like he's taking on Jose Pedraza in July, so not likely. Lee Selby retired now, so he's done. And then Isaac Cruz in a rematch. I think a rematch is still possible between him and Cruz. Cruz is coming off a big win over Gamboa. He knocked Gamboa out faster than Davis did. And Davis, said he hurt his hand, but that was somewhat of a close fight, and Davis didn't knock him out. So Cruz has a little bit of swag there to throw and weight to throw around to demand a rematch. And, Davis is used to fighting on Showtime pay-per-view cards. He's still comfortable with them. He's just not with Mayweather. He could work with PBC and then go and still fight for Showtime, sign a deal, and fight Cruz next. But does he want to do that? And that's where I come down on to end the video is, we don't know what Davis wants to do. We don't know if he wants to sign a contract with another promotion or if he just wants to remain a free agent. And I don't think that's a bad option for Davis, because Davis is a big draw. He's actually getting a lot of pay-per-view buys. He's entertaining. He's got power, and he's young and exciting. So people are tuning in to watch Gervonta Tank Davis. So why does he need to sign a big deal with a promotion? Why can't he do something similar to Canelo, where you pick two guys from the same promotion to work with for that year, and that's what you do, like Canelo does. Canelo chose DAZN this year. Next year he could choose the PBC. Last year it was DAZN and then the PBC for one fight. I'm not saying Davis has the same pull as Canelo, obviously, but he could have something similar to that, where you sign like a 3-fight deal or a 2-fight deal for the same promotion. Be like, hey, you're going to fight this guy and this guy, we're going to pay you so much. And I think he'd probably get that. So, because there's not one governing body at lightweight, especially 135, that has control over like every, over the whole division. Kind of like, how the PBC controls 147 and 154 pretty much. They got it shut down. Well, that's not the case here at 135. Between the top 10, I'll look over the top 10 real quick, and between the top 10, you got top rank for the moment. Top rank has Kambosos and Haney locking up, and Lomachenko. Lomachenko's a huge name. Haney's the undisputed. Then, Ryan Garcia, Joseph Diaz, and what's his name, Javier Fortuna are all fighting for Golden Boy. And then you got Isaac Cruz is with the PBC. So, again, you have options, and I don't think he needs to rush into a decision, but he definitely needs to try to do a big fight. And again, I think the Ryan Garcia fight makes the most sense. If you guys are both really ready, and if Ryan comes out and looks good against Fortuna in July, which I think he will, then I think it's put up or shut up time. I'm going to lean towards that fight doesn't happen until it seems more real and possible, but this is one of those moments with him being a free agent away from Mayweather that he actually can think for himself and make his own decision. And we'll see if he decides to do a big fight, and we'll go from there. But that's what I got. That's the what's next on the undefeated WBA regular lightweight champion, Gervonta Tank Davis, following a brutal and impressive 6th-round knockout win over Rolando Romero on May 28th on Showtime pay-per-view. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.